Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Needs more drums back in Court Farms. It is a beautiful morning in September, and that means that we can start doing some field prep for our winter crops. We can actually get some of those in the ground now, but before we do that, we have a lot of other things on the farm that we need to take care of. So if you'll remember in the last episode, or the last couple episodes, we bought this bale trailer, and we're going to be putting that to good use today. But first, I think we need to address a couple of things. So, one, our equipment is super dirty. We need to spend some time kind of cleaning it. We had a very busy month of August between feeding the cows and trying to get the forage harvest done. We did end up filling both of the bunker silos pretty extensively, I would say. So we have this one covered. We have the other one that's sitting kind of back here behind these trees here. We have that covered as well. So those will be fermenting, and I'm going to try to not touch those until the winter so we can kind of just leave those as a nice stash of silage for us to keep us through the winter, since we can't do any more grass work. And then this John Deere tractor today is actually going to be out of service. It needs, kind of some routine maintenance. It was doing a lot of the work over the past couple months, and so it's time to get a little bit of a like oil change and everything. So I'm going to have either Jerry or Peter will take the day and spend some time working on that. So we're going to be down a tractor today, but that's not going to be too big of an issue because the New Holland is still going to be, still running really well. And today we're going to be doing a ton, and I mean like a ton of grass work. And so, in addition to the grass work, I actually want to get this. We haven't really used this much, to be honest, this spreader here. So we were using this when we had for our first round of fertilizing, since we didn't have any slurry yet or any manure or anything like that. But we're gonna use this and actually spread some lime, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow, but in the near future. So we're gonna keep that on the horizon. But yeah, so speaking of grass work, I just want to show you guys on the map real quick how many. I just got back, taking a little drive in the Land Rover to check out some of the fields, and I want to tell you guys real quick how many fields are ready to be cut today, which is perfect timing because we actually have a demand for some hay right now, and we can never have too much grass on this farm. So let's jump into the map, and I will show you guys what we got to do. All right, so we own all of these fields over here, and today we have to bale field 90. We cut that in, I believe it was 2 episodes ago. We cut it with 110. So we have 110's all ready to go. All the hay bales have been collected. We have 90 still sitting in windrows, so it hasn't been baled yet, but it is dried and ready to be baled into hay. So that's going to be the first priority, is us jumping on the baler, and we're gonna do that. And then fields 91, 92, 84, and 85 are all fully grown and ready to be cut again. So we'll probably have whoever's not working on the tractor might be busy with those today. And then actually this grass area, this little field here, and the grass area around the cow barns is also ready to be cut again. So there's plenty of grass to go around. And in addition to that, I actually want to talk about my other plan for today. Since we have about $600,000 in the bank, what I want to do is invest in a couple of more fields. And we've been running a little bit short on grass and hay kind of throughout the year. So I think having just a few more fields to kind of round out our land area will ensure that we have enough supply of grass, silage and hay going forward. So I made a couple of notes here, and I just want to kind of talk about what I'm going to do. So currently our crop fields are obviously 58, 59, 57, and 60. I'm going to move a couple of these, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm actually going to purchase 64, 62, and 55 because we could travel through all of these kind of, like through our land. We don't have to go out on the road or anything. We can actually get to all these fields. They're all connected in some way. There's a little creek here, but there's a bridge here. There's a little bridge over here. I don't think there's anything here. So anyway, so with that being said, I want to make sure that we have access to all of our crop fields throughout the year, and that we're not really like getting boxed in. And so, if we have to go fertilize, we don't have to like drive through another crop field to do that. So my plan is to purchase these three, and I'm going to make my new crop fields. I'm going to keep 57 as a crop field, since this is like the farthest one on our land. I'm going to keep 59 as a crop field. And then I'm going to actually turn 64 and 62 into crop fields. And then 60 and 58 and 55 are all going to be grass. So what we could do is, you know, we can go into 59, I think through here, and field 57 we can get in like right up here. So we can access those two very easily. We could drive through 60, 58, and 55 anytime since they're grass fields. And then we can get to 62 via this bridge or 64 via this bridge. And then so those can be crop fields. And actually, I looked at the acreage. It actually pans out to be, I think, a little bit more. Actually, 62's deceptively a bigger field compared to like 58 and 60. So if we move these to like these two crops to here, will actually be, I think, just about the same, if not maybe a little bit more on a total acres of arable land. So that's the plan. And you know what? I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that right now since we have, let me check the funds actually. Say we have $596,000 in the bank. So I'm just going to go ahead, pull the trigger. We're going to buy these right now. All right, so that leaves us with $161,000 in the bank. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I think it is time to go ahead and jump in and get to work. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to do a little bit of feeding at the moment. So let's go ahead and jump in and check the feed levels on the cows. So as you can see, the big barn is decent, but a little bit low. And I kind of just want to put some in here so that I don't have to worry about that throughout the day. And I think I'm going to split, probably do half a load each on each of the smaller barns. So we'll do a half load there, half load there, half there, half there. So that's 3 full loads already. And then we'll do a fourth one maybe on here since we kind of have the time. It's only about 7:15 in the morning. So we have plenty of time to get all of the feeding done if we need to. So let's go ahead, get started with that. And then I'm just going to do that probably off camera real quick. And I will check back in with you guys when we are ready to begin the work for the day. So I will talk to you in a minute. All right, so I actually realized I only have enough hay for 2 loads of feeding for the cows. So what we had to do is, I thought it would be best to do each of the 4 small barns each 50-50. And now we can make some hay for the big barn down there and get those cows fed a little bit sooner rather than later. But we still got to go and make some more hay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the Ford real quick, get it parked and kind of out of the way. I'm going to have Peter jump into the New Holland. Got it all hooked up on the with the mowers. It's pretty dirty, but we'll get to that later. He's going to go and start cutting some of the grass for some more hay fields. I think I'm going to do probably 2 of hay and 2 of silage out of those 4 big fields that we have to do today. And I am actually going to go and I don't know where I think it's over here. I got to fuel it up. Yeah. So we have the old International actually can run this baler barely, but it does have the horsepower. Never had a problem with it. And, you know, it's a pretty good sized tractor actually for being a little bit older. So I am going to refuel this. We're going to jump in here and start baling the, I believe it's field, is it 90? The big field that we windrowed actually a couple of episodes ago. It's actually still sitting there in all the windrows. I haven't gotten a chance to bale it yet. So Peter's going to get hard to work on that mowing, and then we're going to go and start doing some baling, and hopefully we'll have some hay bales ready pretty soon to feed to the cows. So let's go ahead and jump in, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, we are at about half of the day done here, and it is time to head back up to the farm for a minute. We're gonna grab some lunch and actually go and feed the cows. Also, I think it was Jerry that was working on the John Deere earlier. He told me that the tractor is all ready to go, so we might actually do a little bit of a swap, if I'm being honest, and I might have him go ahead and empty some of the slurry tanks around the farm. It seems, you know, they're pretty full at the moment, but I do got to go and feed some of the cows, especially in the big barn. They definitely need a load of feeding. So we're gonna head back up there. We're actually gonna grab the John Deere, and we're gonna grab the new bale collecting trailer that we just bought in the last episode. So I know you guys haven't had a chance to see it in use yet, so now is gonna be the time. We have so many bales on this field already, and we're not even done yet. So that's crazy. We're gonna have enough hay, you know, for many months, I hope, by the time we get done with just the mowing and everything today. So I'm having Peter mow all of the fields. He's gonna do these two up here, which it sounds like he's already finished up both of them. So I'm gonna have him jump down to the other two fields where I'm gonna have him do a silage on those. So he's gonna go right into swathing mode with those mowers. We meanwhile are going to, like I said, feed the cows, and actually I'm guessing yeah, we're gonna get back to baling. I don't know what I'm talking about. But all right, so let's go and disconnect this right here. We're gonna actually just drop this tractor off. I should go and hook it up to the slurry. There's a slurry tank right there, so I'm gonna go hook it up to there. We'll clean it later tonight. I mean, it's just gonna get really dirty again. But speaking of clean tractors, look at that. We have some great help on the farm. Look at Jerry, washed the tractor, fixed it all up for us. How very nice of him to do that. Saves us having to power wash it later. I was meaning to get around to that, but that's just fantastic. Would you look at that? It looks very, very, very good, all cleaned up there. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab the bale collecting trailer here. Oh, if I can get this out of the yard. Oh, I didn't think about that. Let's see if we can go the other way. It's these back tires, you know, when these things steer, it actually is quite difficult to get out of the shed. I probably shouldn't have parked it there. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I'm gonna go tell Peter he can go start on those two silage fields, which I believe is like 80, what is it, 83 and 84, I think, something like that. So I'm just gonna pull this around to have Jerry pick it up in a minute. You can go run down, empty out some of the slurry. I meanwhile will get to collecting these bales and then feeding these cows. I think they got enough food for a couple more hours, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do one round of the with the bale collector, and then we'll get the feed mixer all loaded up and ready to go. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys in a minute. All right, just pulling up to the field here. You can see to our left and to our right the two fields that Peter's already cut for us, which is awesome. But yeah, we are pulling up here, and I'm just gonna keep this in real time because you guys just gotta, if you haven't used one of these before, I mean, I would highly suggest that you do that. I mean, we're just gonna go in real time here, and I will just show you guys how easy it is to collect a full trailer's load of bales. This is 20, I think it fits 24 with this thing, and compared to like what we usually do, oh my gosh, it is actually night and day. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit this one here, so let's just get it lined up. There we go. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. I love this trailer. Best investment I've made in a long time, to be honest. And I don't know why I dismissed it so early on. I think I just kind of liked the satisfaction of stacking bales manually, which, I mean, it wasn't fully manual, you know, I was using autoload a little bit, but with the operation of this size on a map like this, a trailer like this is definitely needed. And, you know, that's not to say in future series that I won't be stacking bales manually, because I do like doing that. It is very relaxing and satisfying when you don't have tons of bales to work with, but when you're constantly moving around with, you know, you're trying to bale and store and collect, like, by the hundreds of bales. Oh, you can see Jerry up there working already, cutting that grass field. But yeah, it gets insane when you have, you know, I think all said and done on this field, we'll probably have close to 100 bales on this field alone. I mean, maybe not quite, maybe closer to like 70 or so. But even so, we've made 100 hay bales between these this field and field 110, which is the one just up over the hill here, that we cut and baled a little while ago. Yeah, we're gonna have over 100 bales just between these two fields, which is insane to be, you know, stacking manually. Plus, when you have to you know, you go through bales so frequently and you have other stuff to attend to on the farm, like feeding the cows and, you know, not to mention like the forage harvest, and we still got to get the crops in. So like pretty soon. So, I mean, yeah, there's just tons of other things to do, and we just can't really spend the time stacking bales onto a trailer. So why not invest in something like this? And man, you guys were absolutely right. This is a fantastic. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. This is a fantastic piece of machinery, and I'm so grateful that that I got it. But yeah, we're just gonna finish this up here, and then we will head back to the farm and just dump these in the barn, fill up the mixer wagon, and hopefully we can get a round of feed to these cows within the hour, so that their food doesn't drop to zero. I just checked in, and they were actually pretty low, a lot lower than I thought they were. So we got to get this done pretty quickly, but then we can get back to our regular. We're just gonna finish baling up this field, and then we'll start working on probably some of these other hay fields. Hopefully, once either Peter or Jerry is free, they can one of them can start, you know, making the hay on these fields here. But in the meantime, at least we can start baling the silage fields that Jerry is cutting at the moment, since that mower, again, to my surprise, has some swathing capabilities to it right out of the box. So we don't have to go through and actually windrow that. We could just go right in there and bale the grass, which makes our life so much easier. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have plenty of hay bales and plenty of silage bales at the end of today. But yeah, you can look at that right now. We've been doing this for not even 5 minutes, and we already collected a whole trailer's worth of bales to bring back to the farm. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to dump these. I don't like to leave these out if I don't have to. So we're going to just put these in the barn, actually. So I'm just going to go ahead and swing back around to the main entrance here, and we'll back up into the barn. You guys will see in a second kind of how I've been stacking these. And, oh, there we go, yep. Jared just radioed me. He is done mowing one of the 2 silage fields already. So I'll have him get started on the second silage field, and then we'll have all 4 of the fields that I wanted to get done today, at least cut. And I'll even have him get started on the new fields that we just purchased. You know, I want to get, there's a couple of them that are grass. Actually, I think all of them are grass, if I'm being honest. I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, I want to turn some of them into crops, but none of them are crops at the moment. So I will have, oh, wait a second. Let me back up here, see if we can get this in here. I was able to do it before, so I think we can do it again. Just got to make sure that I can't. There we go. Yep. Got to get past that stone wall. Don't want to hit that. I'll just straighten out here. I'll tell you what, man. If there's anything I can do, usually, at least in this game, or any other game for that matter, it is back a trailer. I pride myself on that. I could do it in real life. Something I'm very proud of for a you know, younger person such as myself. But all right, let's see if I can do this. It'll tilt back. Don't need the beacons on here. Then we can just slowly kind of drive forward as it pushes those bales towards the back there. It prevents them from pushing us, I guess. So yeah, that's one load all collected. So we'll ditch this trailer in a minute. We'll pick up the baler again. And honestly, I'm just going to leave this probably be able to leave it right here, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That sounds like a plan. So we'll back this up right here. Jump in the front loader, fill up the mixer wagon, which I forgot, that's what I got to hook up to with this tractor. Definitely the mixer wagon. Baler's gonna have to wait. No worries. So we'll just drop this right here. I know this yard is starting to look a little bit cluttered. I got to do some organization pretty soon here and really put everything, you know, back into the sheds. But it's just the summer has been such a busy time. I haven't even had time to really keep up with, you know, maintenance and power washing and things like that. So all in due time. Pretty soon we'll have a day where we could actually, you know, take a breath and take a deep breath and really just focus on organization and clean things up after the busy summer season. So we'll get there eventually. But for the time being, let's go ahead, hook this up. I think am I attached? No, I'm not. There we go. All right, that's better. Hook this up, and then I will go and run a load of food down to the big barn to the cows. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. All right, so we actually just fed the cows in the big barn and the cows in the barn up here at the home farm, since they were running a little bit low as well. But now we're gonna get back to baling. We're in the John Deere this time. And I think actually Peter told me as he was, or not Peter, sorry, Peter's doing the mowing. Jerry told me that the International is actually running a little bit rough as well, so that might be due for a little bit of a tune-up pretty soon. Maybe not today, but if not today, then definitely tomorrow. Today we really need that tractor to be running since we have so many things to get done. But I think it'll be fine for the rest of the day, since we're already kind of halfway through the day. But yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll take a look at that and put it out of service, and just use this John Deere and the New Holland. I don't know. I am thinking about perhaps investing in another tractor for this series before we bring it to an end, because we just have tons of work, and honestly, we always seem to be kind of short on power. So I might just even consider grabbing either a new Holland, say that 5 times fast, or another one of these John Deeres, just these 6 series. I think this is the 6 series. Yeah, the 6R series tractors. It's a perfect size for the farm. It's a perfect size for our equipment, and more importantly, it's a perfect size for just the landscape, like the roads and everything. So I don't want to get anything really much bigger than this, just because then it'll be kind of too big for our equipment, too big for our farm, and I don't want to have to upgrade all of our equipment just to fit our biggest tractor. I like having a few pieces of versatile machinery that all operates in the same range, especially when you're constantly doing many different tasks at the same time. You kind of want everything to be a little bit more coordinated, and everything like that, to be able to just swap tractors in and out as needed, rather than trying to have one tractor that can only do one specific job. Just doesn't make it very efficient, especially like on an operation like this. So something to think about. I think we'll definitely have the money at some point soon. So if we get the funds and we can buy or lease another tractor, we might do that. We just might do that. But yeah, in the meantime, gonna finish this up. I'll finish this baling, and then I will bring you guys back once we are ready to probably just do the next step, which will be baling the silage fields. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit. Okay, so we just got done here, and just take a look here at all of the bales that we have left on the field. I mean, there are just tons and tons and tons. 117 bales between field 110 and this one, so that is not too bad. About 50 on one, 60-ish on the other. But yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and drive down the road here. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to make this turn, am I? No way. No way I'm gonna be able to do that. All right, we're gonna do this instead. We're gonna do something a little bit nifty here. We're gonna back up, and we're gonna loop around, and we're gonna back out of this gate so that we can successfully just pull onto the road, because I want to go to fields 84 and 85. That way we can start making these silage bales. It does look like we're supposed to get some rain in a few hours. I mean, much later in the day, probably about 10 o'clock or so. So hopefully we'll be done with all of this by then anyway. But until that rain comes, we're going to keep baling, and then we're going to collect some of these bales. So we're going to drive down to fields 84 and 85 that Peter just got done cutting. Those are already, those are the ones that are going to have the silage in them. So we're just going to, we don't need to, they're already in windrows. We don't need to go and windrow those. We're just going to go ahead and bale those. And oh, I forgot I got to fold this up as well. Man, forgetting a bunch of things here. Make it a little bit easier on myself. Be able to just back out into the road like this. Yeah, we'll go bale those fields. Get some silage bales fermenting, since we're not out, but we are running low. We only got a few left until those are going to be done. So hopefully we won't have to buy any more, but I have a feeling that we might have to anyway, because these are going to be the only ones that we're going to have going forward until the bunker silos are done. So we do have those, which is nice, but those take a little bit. So we'll see if those are done in the next couple of days or so. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm actually going to go have Peter, now that he's done. You can see him sitting over there waiting a little bit, taking a little break. Well deserved, I should say. But I'm going to have him probably head over to our new fields, and we'll jump on the mini map here one more time just to kind of show you guys what I'm thinking for some of these. But first things first, we got to get them cut. They're currently filled with grass, so can't do anything with them yet. I do want to take advantage of the grass on those before we actually consider planting crops in any of them. So let's go ahead and jump on the mini map here, and I will show you guys what my plan is. So if you'll remember when I bought these earlier in the episode, I'd said that I wanted to make some of them crops and some of them just stay as grass. So my crop fields are going to be 57, 59, 64, and 62. And then 55, 58, and 60, these three are going to stay. This is going to stay as a grass field. These two are going to be changed to grass fields. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and have Peter, who's over here, is going to drive just around here through fields probably 84 and 60, pick up this bridge right here, jump on a field 64, and he can mow that, and then he can pass through. I think there's a little way here or something to pass through to us field 62, and he can get that cut as well. And then once he's done with that, he can hop over this bridge over here, jump into field 55, get that cut as well. So we have all of these things all ready to go here, which is fantastic. So we can get all these cut. I think I'm gonna have him do. We probably got enough hay for right now, I would say. So probably we'll do silage. Maybe we could do hay in 55. We'll see. But we'll just get them all cut. Well, yeah, I'll think about that a little bit. I might even have him just do all silage since we have 92 or 90s hay. 91 and 92 are going to be hay as well. We should have plenty of hay to keep us busy. We go through silage about twice as fast as hay. So you know what? Actually, I'm going to have him make all of these into silage. Why not? So we'll have 84, 85, 64, 62, and 55 all ready with some silage in addition to our 2 bunker silos pretty soon. So we'll give ourselves a nice head start preparing for the winter with just absolutely tons of bales. So I'm going to go radio to him, have him do that, and then I will get started baling this silage field. All right, guys, we are just getting done with baling field 85, I believe. So we did 2 fields, actually. I talked to you guys in that field, and now here we are in this field. And in the meantime, everybody's been super hard at work. So Jerry was emptying some of those slurry tanks, got a lot of those done, and he's taking a little bit of a break now. I don't even know if I'm going to have him come back for tonight, to be honest. It's, getting kind of later in the evening, sun's starting to set, and I don't think with the rain coming, I don't think we're going to do much with regards to the hay tonight. I don't really want to make get the grass all tedded and then only to have it get wet again, because the purpose of tedding the grass is to dry it out. So we might actually just wait to do that tomorrow morning. I think what I might do tonight is make a couple little passes here, just kind of picking up some of these scraps if I can, but we're going to let Peter finish up his mowing, and then I'm probably just going to feed the cows. And I might do a little bit more baling, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we have tons of bales to get. Just taking a look at the bale counter. So with it, I forgot to reset it before I did the silage bales, but I remember it was at 117. So there you go. Do the math. We got like 71 bales, right? Yes, maybe so. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that it's been a lot of bales. A lot of silage bales on these 2 fields. Definitely will keep us supplied with silage for a good amount of time once they ferment, but we got to wait for that, so that'll take some time, obviously. So we might get caught in a bind a little bit of having to order some more silage tomorrow from the store, just given that these are not fermented and we're almost out of the fermented bales, and the bunker silos are not fermented, and I kind of want to, like I said, wait till the winter to actually open those up. So I would like to rely on this type of silage as long as we can. But I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. If we run out, then we got to order more from the store either way. So I guess it really doesn't matter when we use the bunker silos, but either way, just taking a look here, you can see on the left, there is one of our new fields that Peter has cut, and it is looking fantastic. You know, I'm actually going to get another bale out of this. Let me go ahead and drive through this real quick. See, this is why you don't always want to waste. It's hard, sometimes hard to get these corners, but you don't always want to waste it because you can actually get quite a bit of grass out of these. So anyway, I just want to take a look and just appreciate this beautiful map. I mean, it just looks so good. And the distance, you know, the map border, it looks like you're really in the area. You know, it's not just like this weird drop off. I mean, being surrounded by the hills like that and everything, it just looks fantastic. And the lighting is great. I'm not using any kind of lighting mods or anything like that. You know, typically I'll use like relight or something, but not this time. This map is just absolutely beautiful, and I love working on this map. I love playing this map. So relaxing, so nice. But anyway, yeah, so actually we have 2 more fields that are cut already, like I said. Peter's been hard at work cutting those. But we'll get to those, you know, another time, maybe even tomorrow morning or later today. But yeah, I think I'm gonna talk to you guys in the morning, and we'll just wrap up, you know, the episode with some bale collecting and a little bit more baling tomorrow. I don't really want to get into that right now. It's gonna start getting dark pretty soon. We really don't have any rush to do that tonight. I'd rather worry about feeding the cows and stuff. Actually, let me check on some feed real quick, because if we have some time to bale for another hour, I might do that. So let's just take a look. Yeah, so taking a look at the cows, it looks like I could split a load between each of the smaller barns. That should be fine. Big barns are looking fantastic. Well, except for this one. This one needs some food, obviously. They always need food. So we'll feed these, though, and it's still got a couple hours left. Usually it's like 5,000 or 6,000 an hour. So we have a little bit of time to be able to feed these guys before we you know, go to bed for the night. And taking a look at the weather here. So just a small shower at 9 o'clock. I guess realistically we could have gotten away with doing a little bit of hay today. Tomorrow, though, is looking fantastic. Beautiful day tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a big hay baling day for us again. And then we got to start getting into some planting. So we got some rain coming, but hopefully it's not heavy rain. Sometimes these things are a little bit deceiving. If they're just expecting some showers, I think we could still get some planting done if the soil doesn't get too wet to where we don't want to worry about getting stuck or anything like that. But yeah, we got to get those winter crops in within the next couple months sometime. So let's go ahead and actually just run over to one of the new fields. We'll do a little bit more baling, and then I'll just talk to you guys in the morning before we wrap up, and we'll get started on some bale collecting and stuff like I said. So talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, everyone, good morning. We're just about to jump in the John Deere here, and we're gonna go right to the field and finish up some baling from where we left off yesterday. So yeah, the new Holland is actually, I used that to feed the cows this morning, but Jerry came by. He actually grabbed the Ford, and we'll probably, I don't know why I went this way, don't ask. Oh, actually I do know, because the field's over here, duh. But yeah, Jerry's actually over in the Ford. You might be able to see, is that him moving back there? Yep, you can see him just peeking through the trees there. There he goes, right back there. Got the old Ford doing some tedding on those hay fields, but we're gonna go down to the new fields and keep on baling our silage. So I want to get that done first. That way we can spend the rest of the time collecting bales, but at least that will start fermenting. So we're gonna get this field baled. I think we have another one down here too, so we should be done with both of those in a couple hours. Cows have been fed for the morning. We might need to feed them again later in the day, but not too worried about that right now. At the very least, like I said, we've got a couple hours of just time to get some stuff done. So let's go ahead and drive over here. There should be a little, I don't think there's a bridge, but there's this nice little path. Yep, here we go. This nice little pathway right here. Perfect. And we'll start with this field, why don't we? Since we're already here. I think the starting point, I can't even tell where he started. I think he started, I want to say on the other side. So let's go and drive over there, and we should be able to see kind of where he started these windrows, or where he started mowing. But look at how nice these are. Man, he really did a good job. I think Peter did this. Yeah, he was the one mowing the grass yesterday. So props to him. I mean, look at these windrows. They look very, very nice. Even the corners aren't too bad. Missed a couple of spots, you know, but those mowers aren't easy to get around the corner, so I'm not too mad about that. And here it looks like he started right here. Yep. So we'll go ahead and get this done. And then I will talk to you guys once we have baled this field and that field. So plenty of work cut out for us, but shouldn't take more than a couple hours. Baling is pretty quick, even with all this grass. So talk to you guys soon. All right, so we just got done baling all of these silage fields, and we have so many bales. I think our baler is almost at yeah, we're almost at 1,000 bales already. So for the year, I think, or well, yeah, for the year. So that's super cool. I don't know where. How do I get out of here? Oh yeah, over there. Whoops. New field. Don't know where I'm going yet. But anyway. So before we wrap up the episode, I mean, we have done a ton of work today. It's been a very, very productive day over here at the farm. But before we wrap up, we're going to actually go ahead, hook up to the new bale trailer, and jump into a little bit of a bale collecting time lapse to wrap things up. Should be nice to see the new piece of equipment at work. And yeah, there's a lot that we got to do. We have tons of bales to collect. I want to get some more hay because we have to feed the cows a little bit later in the day, so I want to go ahead and collect some more hay and probably some more silage as well. You know, the bale collection doesn't take too long with that new piece of equipment. So we're gonna go run back to the yard here real quick, hook up to the trailer, jump into a little bit of a time lapse, and get some bales moved over to the farm. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we just got done collecting a couple of loads of hay bales, so we have them all stacked up here. These are all the bales that we have, but for the rest of the day, I am going to jump back into the John Deere, go hook up to the baler, and actually go and make some more hay bales with the two new fields that were just windrowed. And yeah, we got the Ford right around the corner here, parked up. Just got done windrowing those fields, and man, I love this tractor. It's so nice that we could still, you know, have this thing doing a little bit of work around the farm, you know, especially the grass work and everything. It's nice to have a smaller tractor around. But yeah, so I think with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode for today. Jerry's over in the New Holland with the slurry trailer unloading some of the slurry tanks. Peter kindly volunteered to give the old International its tune-up for the year. It's, you know, running kind of rough, just needs probably a, you know, a little bit of a oil change and everything, and you know, just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's been working overtime lately with the John Deere, or not the John Deere, the New Holland was out of commission for a day too, so that really, you know, threw us for a curveball, especially since it's been so busy. But yeah, we're gonna do this and then make some bales, and then I'll probably bring you guys back in when we're ready to get the winter crops in the ground. So the next couple of days is supposed to rain, but we'll see, you know, once we get up in the morning or later in the day, if we know exactly how much rain is coming. If it's not a lot, we could probably still do some field work, but if we're going to get, you know, absolutely drenched, it'll probably be time to, you know, just kind of focus on feeding the cows and getting everything prepped and ready to go to get the crops in the ground as soon as we get a dry day. But it is only September, so we still have 2 months actually to get the rest of the crops in the ground, but there's plenty of stuff to do in the meantime. We got to lime some fields. We got to turn the soil over. There's a couple of fields that need some additional mowing, and I still want to get a cut in probably in mid-November, just one last one before the winter. I'll just go through and cut all the fields no matter what growth state they're at, just so we can maximize the amount of grass that we have on hand and the amount of silage that we have on hand for the winter. But good news, well, bad news is we're out of silage bales for the moment, but good news is this bunker silo is about 90, last time I checked it was like 95% fermented. So hopefully in the next couple hours, this should be ready to go and we can start digging into this and using it to feed the cows. And I know it is not the prettiest, and you know what? I actually realized that I think I've been kind of compacting this, going about this just the absolute wrong way. Like instead of making a ramp, it would help to just get the silage blade and just push it all up against the back and then drive over it kind of, you know, at the end. But pushing it to the back, I think, kind of does some of the compaction as well. So we could probably fit, you know, quite a bit more in this bunker silo if we really tried. And that's my bad for not really knowing how that's done. But after watching, you know, some videos of a real life silage farming and dairy farming, it seems that I just have been doing this completely the wrong way. So live and learn, right? It is what it is. That's why this is just a game. So still fun nonetheless. But yeah, like I said a while ago, this is the end of the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. In the meantime, hope you all have a great rest of your week and enjoy the nice summer weather. It's beautiful up here in Chicago. I hope it's really nice where you guys are at too. So thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.